of the small print. We can give it back to you with that Magna Pro. Right now, though, let's talk free TV. Let's talk about television that is swirling all around your home right now. Right as we speak, there is free television. Now, back when I was a little boy, we had aerials, and that's how we captured these TV signals. We had 3 main network channels, and as time went by, we had the UHF, and we could see some of the different channels on UHF. This antenna is going to sweep a 60-mile radius around your home. All that swirling TV signal that is swirling around your house for free just has to be harnessed, grabbed, and brought into a television set. That's what this is all about. It's easy to set up, it's easy to work with, and best of all, you're going to have the kind of TV that you're after. You're looking for ways to save money, to cut down on your monthly bills? This could be a really smart way to do it. It's called the one-for-all amplified HDTV indoor 60-mile fabric antenna. Comes along with a voucher, and again, sweeps a 60-mile radius. That's 60 miles around your home, your vacation property, wherever you set this up. And you'd be amazed the number of stations that you're going to be able to bring in HDTV, high definition, and the kinds of TV and content that you want to watch for free is now possible. Let's welcome in Brett Hamilton, one of our electronic experts, who's going to talk to us more about this, how easy it is to set up, and why it's so important to consider free TV. Hi, Brett.
Hey, hello there, David. Yeah, I mean, I think if people are tuning in right now, they're thinking this has got to be a gimmick. There's no possible way in this day and age that you could get free television. And I promise you, not only is it legal, it's easy to do. And the reason that it's legal is because most of you don't realize, and to David's point earlier, like the old rabbit ears, the TV signals are still flying around in space. Typically, we get them from cable. So somebody comes and give you the box, you plug it in, all that good stuff. Or you can get one of these, which, I mean, is tiny, David, compared to the old rabbit ears that went up on the top of the TV or actually up on the roof. My job when we were little is I had to be the one that would like hold it on top of the TV. My dad would be like, "Stay still and put some aluminum foil on this side." No.
Yes.
Don't move for the next 45. Yeah. So you guys know now what I'm talking about. For those of you at home that are spending a fortune on cable every month just so that you can get your local channels, this is the answer. This is the answer for sure. And to prove it to you in real time, I'm going to geek out a little bit and take you through the guide here. Channel 3 in Philadelphia, or the Philadelphia Metro, KYW, is CBS. So right now, if I had permission, I clicked onto that, you'd see the local CBS News. Now, for those of you going, well, what about ABC? WPVI in the Philadelphia Metro, Action News is on Channel 6, which is ABC right now. And then you go, wait a second, there's a couple more major networks. What about NBC? CAU, NBC News at 5, and then you can see the national news will be coming up. And then for the fourth and final network, though we did, right, I mean, you're right, David, when we were younger, we only had 3. There's a 4th one now, and that would be Fox. And in Philadelphia, there it is right there, WTXF, Fox 29 News. Now, on top of that, we get QVC. So when I ran the scan, which is how you set this thing up, I got somewhere in the neighborhood of about 60 channels. I know you're not going to watch, well, maybe you will, David, all the others. But if you could get the 4 major networks and QVC for free, with a one-time purchase of, it's $50. How does that fit into your world as far as your cable bill? Most people are spending a small fortune on cable and only watching a handful of channels. This truly is the answer, and it's a one-time setup. In fact, we have a video that I'll show you in a second, or whatever you want, Chunk, that they even made it so easy that they gave you an app, and the free app from One for All will allow you to take your phone and essentially, go ahead, you can run it, will allow you to do a 360 of the room, and it'll tell you what direction to point the antenna. So they take the guesswork out of it, David. You take it out of the box, and you plug it into your TV, and then you go into your television with the remote from the TV. There is no remote for the antenna. You don't need one. And all you do is go to the live TV section. It'll say, do you want to set up your channels? Every television will allow you to do this. And you hit scan. And it goes through, and it'll find all the local channels. Now, in all fairness, if you live out in the middle of nowhere and you're 300 miles from a big market or an area that has, the transmitters, you're not going to get these channels. But most of us don't live that far away from town, so to speak, from wherever the transmitters are. Right. So once that's done, it remembers that they're there. And every time you turn on your TV, instead of going to the HDMI inputs, which are the plugins, You're going old school. And by old school, I mean this little coax. In fact, let me show it on my close-up there. There's the cable, right? This is what we grew up with when cable TV came out. This plugs into the back of any television. I don't care if your TV is 2 years old or whether your TV is 20 years old. This will work on that TV. You plug it into the wall, you point in the right direction, David, and let the antenna give you free TV for life.
Now, Brett, this is an indoor antenna. Should it be placed near a window?
Correct. Yeah, I mean, they say that it doesn't need to be. And full disclosure, I find that every time I move it to a different room, I get the best results when I'm by a window. Now, that said, you don't just put it in any random window. I encourage you to take the One for All app, which is a free app, open it up, and you basically, what it'll do is it'll access the camera, David, in the app, and you go like this, and you do a 360. And when you're pointing in the right direction of the transmitters in your area, you'll see little broadcast towers, and it'll even tell you in the readout, these are all the channels that you're going to get. Now, in all fairness, it told me that I was only going to get a handful of the channels that I got. When I ran the scan, I was blown away. It just kept populating. And finally, it's like in the 40s, in the 50s. I was like, I got 60 channels, and I'm not down the street from Roxborough, which is the area in the Philadelphia metro where all the big transmitting towers are, or Center City, Philadelphia, where they're on the top of either Liberty 1 or Liberty 2. Every market has a different location. You find out which way to point it. I would say, yes, put it as close to a window as possible.
Yeah.
And then go for it. And if it doesn't do it the first time, give it a little nudge this way or a little nudge that way. I'm just giving you all the little cheats. But again, when I started working with this company and seeing these different over-the-air antennas, I thought, man, that's too good to be true. Is there really free TV out there? There is. You just, as I said, you just need the magic decoder ring. And it is something as simple as this versus what we used to have to put on top of our TVs, or more importantly, David, I know you know this, and probably everybody watching,
sure.
When you had to put it on your roof, that big honking antenna, and sometimes it was facing the wrong way, and you didn't even get 2 of the 3 channels.
Exactly. And imagine being able to have all that TV content, and all you're paying is the price on your screen. There's not a monthly bill for this. Every single time you turn on your TV, you're getting high definition channels all beaming into your television thanks to this antenna. And if you can plug this into your TV and the other end into the wall, you're in business. Now, Brett, do we have to have that app to make this work, or can we use it without the app?
You don't need the app. The only reason I mention the app is because a lot of the other antenna companies give you the antenna, you plug them in, and then you spend the afternoon going, okay, I'll put it this way, and I'll run the channel scan. I only got a handful of channels. All right, I'm going to put it this way. This takes all the guesswork out of it. It'll show you that optimal positioning, whether it's north, south, east, west, or somewhere in between. And again, I recommend going up against a window. And you could try it right next to the TV. I know there's plenty of people that do that. I feel like if you want to get the most bang for your buck, especially if you're trying to get the 4 major networks and if you want to get QVC. And I can't say that enough because, you know, when you and I, David, we have Roku on the air or Fire TV Stick or whatever it might be. People go, great, because I want Netflix and I want Hulu and all that stuff, and I don't want 1,000 cable channels that I'm not going to watch. But those devices won't give me my local channels. This will give you the local channels to go along with whatever you're watching already.
It also gives you a 7-foot coaxial cable. This cable is 7 feet long. So if you're wondering, will I have enough room to connect this and then stretch it to the window or move it around the room? Absolutely you will. You've got 7 feet to work with. It's all bunched up here in the back or tied up in the back. But if I were to turn this loose, you'd have 7 feet to make this work. Don't miss out on this opportunity, and everybody is looking for free TV. They just need the right conduit, and this is that right conduit. The only price to you, or the only cost to you, is what you see on the screen, and then after that, all the TV that this is going to bring into your home is FREE, free, and that is a good thing. Mr. Hamilton, have a great Friday, sir.
You too. I'll see you soon. Be kind to each other, everybody. See ya.
Be well. Okay, now we're also going to take you shopping